Imagine turning on your computer and being greeted not by the familiar interface you've seen 1,000 times before, but by something that feels smoother, faster, more modern, and surprisingly more beautiful than what you thought was the gold standard. For years, many people believed that operating systems had reached a visual peak, that nothing could really feel fresh anymore, and that the look and feel of a desktop was more or less solved. But then you discover a Linux distribution that completely flips that idea on its head. This is not just about customization, it's about an entirely different philosophy of design, one where performance, elegance, and user control come together in a way that makes you question everything you thought you knew about desktop computing. The first thing you notice is how clean everything feels. There is no clutter, no unnecessary distractions, and no overwhelming number of pop-ups or pre-installed apps trying to grab your attention. Instead, you get a calm, refined environment where every element feels intentional. The animations are smooth, not because they are trying to impress you, but because they are optimized to feel natural. Windows open and close with a fluidity that feels almost organic, and switching between tasks becomes something you actually enjoy rather than tolerate. Then there's the theme. Unlike traditional systems where you are often stuck with a limited set of visual styles unless you dig deep into settings or install third-party tools, here the entire appearance is designed to be flexible from the ground up. You can have transparent panels, blurred backgrounds, glowing accents, and adaptive colors that shift based on your wallpaper or time of day. It feels modern in a way that is not forced. Instead of copying trends, it feels like it is quietly setting them. As you explore further, you realize that this beauty is not just skin deep. It's backed by a powerful system that gives you control over nearly every aspect of your experience. Want your dock at the bottom, left, or hidden entirely? Done. Want your window buttons arranged differently, or animations sped up or slowed down? Easy. Want your desktop to behave like a tiling window manager where everything snaps perfectly into place? That's possible too. And the best part is that none of this requires you to break your system or install risky modifications. It's all built into the ecosystem. One of the most surprising aspects is how lightweight everything feels. You might expect that such a visually rich system would demand high-end hardware, but that's not the case. Even on modest machines, the performance remains smooth and responsive. This is because Linux distributions often prioritize efficiency, ensuring that resources are used wisely instead of being wasted on unnecessary background processes. The result is a system that not only looks better than Windows, but often runs faster as well. And then there's the software experience. Instead of dealing with forced updates, intrusive notifications, or apps that install things you never asked for, you get a system that respects your choices. Updates are transparent, often happening quietly in the background, and you remain in control of when and how they are applied. This alone can be a huge relief for anyone who has ever been interrupted by a system restart at the worst possible moment. The app ecosystem is another area where things have evolved significantly. Modern Linux distributions offer app stores that are clean, easy to use, and filled with both open source and proprietary applications. Whether you need a powerful code editor, a video editing suite, or a simple note-taking app, you can find it quickly and install it with just a few clicks. Many apps are designed to match the system's visual style, creating a consistent and polished experience across the board. Customization takes things to an entirely new level. You are not just choosing between light mode and dark mode. You can fine-tune every detail, from icon packs to cursor styles, from fonts to window borders. And if you really want to go deep, you can use advanced tools to script your own behaviors, automate tasks, and create a desktop environment that is uniquely yours. This is where Linux truly shines, not just as an operating system, but as a platform for creativity. Another aspect that stands out is the community behind these systems. Unlike commercial operating systems, where decisions are made behind closed doors, Linux distributions are often developed in the open, with input from users around the world. This means that features are driven by real needs rather than marketing strategies. It also means that if you run into an issue, there is a good chance someone else has already solved it and shared the solution online. Security is also a major advantage. Because Linux is designed with strong permission systems and a focus on transparency, it is generally more resistant to malware and other threats. This doesn't mean it is invincible, but it does mean you have more control over what runs on your system and how it behaves. Combined with regular updates and a vigilant community, this creates an environment where you can feel confident about your data and privacy. As you continue using this Linux system, you start to notice small details that make a big difference. The way notifications appear and disappear without being intrusive. The way workspaces allow you to organize your tasks in a clean and efficient manner. The way the system boots up quickly and shuts down just as fast. These are not flashy features, but they add up to an experience that feels refined and thoughtful. Gaming, once considered a weak point for Linux, has also improved dramatically. Thanks to advancements in compatibility layers and support from major platforms, many popular games now run smoothly on Linux. While it may not yet match Windows in every scenario, the gap is closing rapidly, and for many users, it is already more than good enough. One of the most exciting things about using a Linux system that looks better than Windows is the sense of discovery. Every time you explore a new setting or try a different configuration, you learn something new and unlock new possibilities. It's not just about using a computer, it's about shaping it to fit your needs and preferences. Of course, there can be a learning curve, especially if you are coming from a different operating system. Some things may feel unfamiliar at first, and you might need to spend a bit of time getting used to the workflow. But this is often outweighed by the benefits, and many users find that once they make the switch, they never want to go back. In a world where technology often feels locked down and controlled, Linux offers a refreshing alternative. It gives you the freedom to explore, to customize, and to create an environment that truly reflects your style. And when that environment also happens to look better than Windows, it becomes even more compelling. So what makes this Linux system stand out visually? It's not just one thing. It's the combination of thoughtful design, smooth performance, and deep customization. It's the way everything comes together to create an experience that feels both modern and personal. It's the realization that your computer doesn't have to look or behave the way someone else decided it should. As you spend more time with it, you begin to see your desktop not just as a tool, but as a space. A space where you work, create, and explore. And when that space is beautiful, it can actually change the way you feel about using your computer. It can make you more productive, more inspired, and more engaged. This is the future of desktop computing, not in the sense of flashy marketing slogans, but in the sense of genuine improvement. A system that respects your choices, values your time, and looks incredible while doing it. A system that proves you don't have to settle for less, and that sometimes the best experience is the one you build yourself.